Hey Knights and Nobles, it's Jess. Welcome back to a new speed build on my channel. Today we are back in Newcrest working on my custom save file series. I had started in Willow Creek and then just randomly decided to scrap Willow Creek and go with Newcrest. Because Newcrest is just more of a blank palette and I like it, and I like that I get to build everything. But yeah, today we're doing something that I have actually really never done before, and that is something that I've seen a lot of other people do before and do very successfully. But today we're building a tiny house of sorts. So I went on to ye old Google and I found like a floor plan, that's the word. I found a floor plan for a tiny house. So I used that to base my interior off of a pre-made floor plan, but I left the exterior, like it didn't have an exterior floor plan. It didn't even tell me where to put doors and stuff. So the exterior was entirely my creation. And I'm pretty pleased with it. It's very different from my usual build style. And I've also been doing this thing lately with all my builds where I pick like two colors, or like one or two colors, where I just like have this color scheme happening. And I feel like I'm building better under those restraints. I don't know why. But this one is going to be like an all blue and orange kind of build. I did create the family to go into this build as well. I did record it also, and I think I might be releasing like a tutorial when I release that cast video, whenever that may be. But I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about how I go about setting up my custom save file things. I am by no means an expert, and I'm very much like learning as I go, but I think that might be helpful for people who want to set up like their own custom save file in the game and just really aren't sure like where to start or how to go about it. So I think I might release that sometime soon in conjunction with that Create a Sim video, and then I'll kind of play a little bit with the family so I can show you guys how I set up like their skills and the relationships and who runs what club and all of that stuff. But basically this house was created for a single mom and her daughter. Very earthy, very like, they love plants and gardening. The daughter's name is Clover. I'll spoil it a little bit. So like you should kind of, yeah, Clover and Sunny are my two Sims who are gonna live here, and they're just like the perfect amount of like industrious to like bohemian, you know? It's like they're not too like over the top like hippie, and they're not too like new agey either. I really like them. I think they're both really cool. I'm excited to play further with their stories and see where they like weave themselves into the neighborhood. Also, yeah, I'm kind of loving starting in Newcrest versus starting in Willow Creek, because one, there's a lot to be done in Willow Creek and it gets overwhelming, but like Newcrest is kind of just a blank slate, you know, and I can let my creativity run wild and I don't have to worry about like fitting in with the like town aesthetic. And this is just like Newcrest is turning into this kind of like, I don't know, it reminds me of like those like modern European buildings, you know, like, because I built the coffee house, laundromat coffee house thing that was based on a real life coffee house in Copenhagen, and so this is just kind of like taking on that like modern European style, because you can like, when you think European, at least for me, like especially when I think of like hostels and like Amsterdam and Copenhagen and that area, it's like, I think like really modern, very like up and coming kind of, you know, a little bit hipster maybe, but like in a good way, I guess. Yeah, so I feel like this build kind of has that vibe too. It's like, it's super different, but also like really functional and like a lot of like utilization of space. And that was a huge challenge here too, because like I said, I don't build tiny houses very often, so I was trying to figure out like where to put everything so it would still be usable but also still look really cool. And it's like, I tend to build very large, and restricting myself to such a small space felt a little weird, because I was like, wait, I can't possibly be done yet. I haven't done anything. But it still took me probably like an hour and a half to build this, it was an interesting experiment, I think, and I think I definitely want to build more tiny houses in the future. And this is kind of like, this is absolutely not the tiniest house I've ever seen. This is like, it's like someone took a double wide and then stacked another double wide on top of it. And it's really funky and kind of cool, and I like it a lot. And I hope you guys like it too. But yeah, in terms of like life updates, I don't have too much in the way of exciting news or anything like that. I start school on Tuesday. Really not looking forward to that. I'm mixed, you know, like I kind of am, but I kind of am not, because I've gotten really used to just like waking up whenever I feel like it and going to bed whenever I feel like it. And it's been a really nice, relaxing break, and I've been very like free and able to say yes to a lot of things, which like I feel like once school starts, I'm really not going to be able to say yes to a lot of things, like places I want to go or people I want to see, because I'm going to have work and all of that stuff. I'm also going to be a TA. I'm basically like a grad assistant in training, so like next year I'm going to start a grad assistantship, but this year, this semester, I'm still working with that class that I'm going to be TAing. I'm going to be a teacher's assistant for that class, and I'm working with the professors and that class, and I'm going to be like grading papers and stuff just to kind of like get my feet wet and see what that class is all about. Which is really exciting, but also very terrifying that they're putting that in my hands. I hold the power between passing a class and not passing a class for some poor undergrad, and I'm just like, ooh, I don't know about that, but I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be a really good learning experience, and it's pretty much directly related to what I want to eventually do when I am a grown-up adult. She says, almost being 30 years old. But yeah, so, and then I have a really exciting weekend coming up. It's my best friend's birthday, so we're gonna go out and like, my Wisconsin accent is taking over. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go out and celebrate that, and that should be really fun, and I'll be very tired. And then Saturday, I'm playing Pathfinder again. For those of you who don't know, Pathfinder is like D&D, but with more rules. So if you thought D&D was complicated, try Pathfinder. Your head will explode. But yeah, so yesterday we played Pathfinder for 9 hours. It was a 9-hour session. Me and my boyfriend, and then 3 of our friends. And it was bananas, and my brain was spaghetti, and it still kind of is, because I still can't really talk. But yeah, Friday night, going out with my best friend, we're gonna do a bar crawl with a bunch of people, and then Saturday morning, bright and early, have a Pathfinder session where I have to do a bunch of math. This sounds like a bad idea, but it should be really fun. And then Sunday, headed to Chicago for this comedy show podcast extravaganza that I've been really, really excited for. I'm obsessed with this podcast called the Glass Cannon Podcast, where they play Pathfinder and they tell jokes and amazing stories, and it is the best thing. Shameless plug for them. If you are into like actual play podcasts, like if you like Critical Role or the Adventure Zone or something like that, and you are okay listening to one about Pathfinder, I would highly recommend the Glass Cannon Podcast. It is very good. They're almost at episode 200 now, so it's been a pretty long running series. Very funny, great group of guys who just do amazing roleplay and characters and just like tell incredible stories off the cuff, and it's so cool. But yeah, that's enough fangirling for me about that. I'm gonna go see their show on Sunday, and that was the main point of that story. But yeah, I hope for my future for this coming semester that I can keep up with my very ambitious recording schedule. Here's hoping. So far I have not been able to do that, and I haven't even really had anything major going on. It's really ambitious, and I know that about my schedule, but it's fine. But yeah, in terms of like life and stuff like that, I don't have, it's gonna be pretty much like back to normal, basically. Back to more structure than what I've had recently. So yeah, full load of grad classes, working on campus, and then also doing grading for my future TA position, and then also working at my library job in Illinois once a week, or once a month, not once a week. Oh god, I would die. But yeah, so I guess technically I have 3 jobs and a full load of classes this semester. So pray for my sanity. But we are coming up really quickly on the screenshots, so I think I am going to stop babbling, and I will let you guys enjoy those. I hope you liked watching this build. If you did, make sure you let me know by clicking that thumbs up button down below, or giving me a shout in the comments. If you're not already subscribed to my channel and you'd like to join this loyal troop of troubadours, please do click that subscribe button, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Stay awesome! Bye!